grass is green, sky is blue. Great day to be alive and great day for girls soccer action. That's what we have for you here on ETV. Coming to you live from Wildcats Stadium, the campus of Eagan High School, Eagan, Minnesota. We've got a non-conference matchup between the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars and your Eagan Wildcats. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan Cron. Flying solo tonight as my colleague Skip Newton is still on assignment. Don't worry, Skip will be back before the end of the season. I guarantee it. He's excited to be here, just as I'm excited to be here to share with you fun and excitement. That is girls high school soccer and two programs that have been on the other ends of Section 3 seedings and other ends of conferences. But the Jags climbing back into this situation, climbing back into respectability, winning some games, and we'll talk about that, creating opportunities for themselves. The Wildcats, on the other hand, finishing third place in Class AAA last year. There you see senior goalkeeper Maddie Weissel. Maddie with 2 clean sheets in a row, along with a young but improving defense. So Weissel leading the charge on the back line for the Wildcats. And we'll set your lineup here momentarily for the Jaguars. Jaguars will be in white. Maddie Oliva is actually Maddie Oliva back there as number 0. And the Jags will be in white. They will be kicking off, defending the south goal. So the Jags will be moving in their white uniforms with the powder blue numbers from right to left.
Jefferson will kick off to start this game.
Wildcats in their home greens with the white numbers. And we are underway here in Eagan. Ball comes for Wood. Wood lays off now for Westerman. So we'll set your lineup quickly. Weissel, Wood, Westerman, Yin, Enning, Burke, Boran, Stella Triplet, Hendrickson, Severson, and Cameron. Your starting 11 for the Wildcats. For the Jaguars, Olivia, Lawler, Tracy, Alfred, Perron, Ketchum, as Hendrickson finds safety there. Ketchum, Chamorro, Lavelli, Stender, Arias, and Steege. So Yin switching the ball all the way over to this near side. Opportunity now for Wood. 3 at the back for the Wildcats. An interesting formation being pursued by Coach Qasim Ilmi. He has done that a couple of times this season as Burke's ball gets behind Boran and goes into touch.
Added to the roster tonight wearing number 17, junior midfield, Julianne Miller.
So 2 freshmen and an 8th grader in the starting lineup for the Jaguars. Enning goes over the top looking for Wood. Wood dancing on the edge of the penalty area, finds Westerman inside. Westerman can't unload the cannon, but Burks does, and shot, and Olivia doing a nice job of knocking that one down. First shot of the game, first shot on goal for either team. And Olivia with her dark jersey puts a foot to that before it falls for Yin. Center referee Julio Castillo in charge of this match. Might hear some music behind us. That is the marching band practicing for Thursday night. Again, Thursday night, the first football game between the Wildcats and the Shakopee Sabres. This ball gets swung out by Yin to Wood. Wood slams on the brakes. Now she accelerates down the sideline. She crosses to the middle. Westerman had it off of her left foot. Enning goes outside, in. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot. I think it was a pass. It was low to the ground. Enning again gets it back, sends it in towards Olivia, and another shot and another goal. Didn't trouble Olivia that much.
Save for Maddie Oliva.
But the Jags, as I said, have had some struggles in the last few years, but have started this season 1-1 with a loss to the Hastings Raiders, a good Hastings Raiders team, by a score of 2-1 on the 21st, and then on the 23rd, rebounding to beat Park Cottage Grove, taking down the Wolfpack by a score of 3-2. So the Jags 1-1 on this young season, 3rd game of the season for them. This is the 4th game for the Wildcats. Wildcats coming into this one with a record of 2-0-1. So the draw against East Ridge with victories against St. Michael Albertville and last night against Spring Lake Park. Here's Enning again. Enning looking for Wood, feeds it through Wood. Wood's going to flash some speed to get to the outside. She gets her hips turned, and she punches that in, but it's cleared out momentarily by the Jags. Let's see if Wood's able to attack the end line again. She does for Enning. Enning sends this in. Opportunity for triplet in the middle, and that's parried away. Burke unable to come up with that one, and now it's cleared, but only as far as Enning. As Anna Enning, a little bit of a miscue there, but gets it back for Burke. Good step that time by Severson outside, but heady play that time by the Jags. I think that's Tracy, and Tracy earns the foul in the midfield. So number 7, Lauren Tracy, the freshman, showing some good strength and good speed there. This free kick will be taken by Ruby Steege from about 55 yards out. This is going to drift down towards Weissel. Weissel confidently and coolly claims that one. So in the last couple of seasons, the Wildcats have really had the Jags number. But every season offers an opportunity for a reordering of the teams. The Jags confident tonight that they can bring something against these Wildcats. Really a yin pressing there. This comes back towards Cameron. It'll be interesting to see as the lights come on here at Wildcat Stadium and as the sun starts to go down, how the Wildcats play. They played well, an excellent game really against St. Michael Albertville on Saturday. Last night's game against Spring Lake Park, the Panthers, ended up 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. But fair to say that it was not a dominating performance. Cats really didn't give up too much in the way of offensive opportunities for the Panthers, but neither did they take control of the game, grab it by the throat. Ending with it now in the midfield. All-State player serves it forward for Westerman. Can't connect. Triplet's going to come back for that one, and it's going to get punched forward. That's Lavelli. In the middle of the park, she's going to spray it to the outside. Tries to squeeze that through to Steege, but it's intercepted now. Going back the other way, that's Lavelli. Ending sent forward. Neither team really able to put a lot of passes together so far in this midfield. A little bit choppy. Interception by Enning, now for Westerman. Westerman slams on the brakes, goes back the other way. Now she feeds Wood. Wood never stopped her run. Wood to the edge of the penalty area. Wood crosses negative. Opportunity for Stella Triplet. It was blocked. Great defense that time.
Triplet, number 11, blocked by the Jaguars.
By Stender. Grace Stender absolutely denying. Stella Triplet, a goal, as Triplet had made a beautiful run, put herself in a great position to take that cross. And Boron to the near side. Right foot. Left foot comes in, I should say. Goes all the way over everybody. Triplet with it. Knocks that down, but it's taken briefly by the Jags. Triplet gets it back. Cats not exactly sure who's going to be taking what in terms of taking charge of that situation. This ball gets sent forward. Lavelli's going to chase it, but Hendrickson is going to deal with that and send it back for Weissel. Weissel easily plays that out for Severson. Ball well worked forward here. Stella Triplet had a goal last night against Spring Lake Park. Burke takes over for her. Triplet with a wonderful game last night. Man of the match, player of the match. Given how prominent she was in that victory. Ending with it again. Sends that over for Wood. Wood with a nice little touch there. Sends it forward with her left foot. Westerman, I think she was trying to run a back heel for Yin, but didn't quite come off. Burke with quick defense. Nicely done. Evie Burke doing a nice job of dispossessing the other player. Now she gets it to Triplet. Triplet can't unload the cannon. Comes back for Boron on the outside. Boron still in the penalty area. Turns towards the end line. Now it comes negative, and nobody in a green sweater able to get to that. Enning, Yin. Now Yin. And Cameron steps up from her outside back position, feeds Wood. Westerman making a run down into the corner. Westerman with a drawing contact, opportunity, Boron on the back door. She's dispossessed, and now the Jaguars will try to break. Hendrickson cleans that one up. So extended possession here for the Wildcats in the attacking third. But not enough finishing quality, but might be some finishing quality here, as that's off of a defender as Enning threw that on towards goal, but it goes off a Jaguar defender. This will be another corner, so the second corner of this young half for the Wildcats. Wildcats can't afford to flush away these opportunities. They certainly need to convert on set-piece plays. Boron to the left foot. That comes in towards the center circle. Burke was flashing, but it makes it all the way to the back door and finds its way into touch off of Triplett. Big credit to the Wildcat defense as Triplett takes that one away. Serves it in for Yin. Yin to the edge of the penalty area. Tries to put the moves on, but is dispossessed, and Enning gets the ball back. Now it's switched to Cameron. As I was saying, the Wildcat defense in the last 3 games against East Ridge, St. Michael Albertville, and Spring Lake Park has only conceded 1 goal, and that was on a penalty. So 3 games, no goals in open play. Real credit to the defense and the keeper as Enning has this in the corner. Comes for Wood. Wood's ball comes in a little flat. It's parried away that time by the Jags. Bloomington Jefferson readying a substitute about 11 minutes in. And a foul against Boron on the far side. So a second foul of the game. As you see, Sandbo still there, waiting by the scorer's table. Free kick that will be taken by her teammate.
Call on the Wildcats, free kick, Jaguars.
Headed away by Hendrickson. And the Jags are going to get to that first. Nicely done that time by Steege. But she turns it over to Westerman. Long ball from Enning up towards Triplett. That ball will be put into touch. Have to say, Wildcats at the moment looking just a little bit discombobulated. It looks like there's not quite a meeting of the minds in terms of where they want to go with the ball. Lots of holding the ball and not a lot of movement off the ball, but let's see if the reset gives them the opportunity to make a change. Just a bit of a mishit in the middle and an opportunity for the Jags, but it's cleaned up by Yin. Yin finds Wood. Wood's pass intercepted. Wood battling catch him there on the far side. Nice job by Burke flashing to the middle. And here's Westerman. Westerman and Triplett applying the pressure. Now Triplett will squeeze down. As Stender tries to get this to the outside. Now she gets it to the inside. And Arias tries to feed it up towards the forwards and does. Nicely done. As Tracy has the ball at her feet, she lays off and makes a run. But the ball goes to one of her teammates. Ball gets played to the middle, and offside violation against the Jaguars will negate their offensive pressure. So good job by Severson, Hendrickson, and Cameron holding their back line and keeping things tight. Now the interesting thing, of course, is with only 3 at the back, you see there's Avery Hendrickson, the junior defender, central defender. With 3 at the back, it's a lot easier to run an offside trap or to keep people offside because there's one less player you have to worry about not stepping as to where you want them to go. Enning battling there with Burke. Enning comes out of that one. Jefferson thought they might have had a foul there, but Enning with a lot of space in front of her, everybody backing up. Westerman to the middle. Westerman, she'll go across to Boran. Boran outside. Severson feeds to the middle, looking for Westerman. One touch to Boran, back to Westerman. Westerman to the outside. Westerman with the right foot across. And I don't think that was a cross. I think it was a shot, and it got just a little high and hit the football crossbar and will go out of play. Another substitution here for the Wildcats as you look there at Ellie Westerman. Ellie Westerman, as I said before earlier this season, the runner-up for last year's girls wrestling title in her weight class at state. So a physical presence, no question about that. Loves the outside of using the outside of her foot to try to spring her teammates. Westerman on the ball now. Now Enning. Enning to Cameron. Triplet tried a one-touch pass. That was a good idea. It just didn't come off as Yin wasn't able to get the ball with the defense flashing between. Now here's Burke. Evie Burke stepping up quickly in a couple of situations already here tonight, whereas we're in 16 minutes in. And Westerman dispossessed that time by Lawler. Enning, nice job there, coming away with that ball. Let's see if she is able to serve this forward. She is. Wood's going to get on the end of it. Is she going to be able to get on the end of it? No, she's not. She's speedy, but she's not that speedy as the ball runs out over the end line. So 3 at the back, 2 in the middle for the center defensive mids. That's Enning and Burke. And then Yin, Wood, Boran, and Westerman in your midfield with Triplet on top.
One was like a 12-hour whole day. The other was like from 11 to 9. I don't want to know how much it's spent.
Ball goes into touch on the far side. The lights are on here at Wildcat Stadium. You can see the sun is going down. By halftime, we will be fairly dark. Apologies if the cameras are having a little trouble picking up, and a foul against the Wildcats. Their third of the first half will give the Jags a free kick. As I understood, it was a free kick. Maybe it's not a free kick. Maybe it's just a throw-in. It is just a throw-in. But apologies, the camera work on the far side. Cameras are a little have challenges adjusting to the far side in terms of light. So Hendrickson breaks that one up. Fortunately, we have a high visibility ball as that ball gets played off of Tracy. Again, Tracy, a freshman. Also in the starting lineup was Stender, an 8th grader. So Stender, who had that good block on the Stella Triplet attempt on goal, an 8th grader, certainly looking the part of a varsity soccer player, taking on the senior Triplet. This ball finds its way out to Westerman. Westerman has a moment, and then she's squeezed down quickly by the defense. Burke takes that away from her mark, and now feeds it forward, gives Westerman another chance. Westerman, Boran. And over the end line into touch for a throw. This ball finds its way to Westerman. Westerman's going to go around one defender. Now she's got it on her right foot. Has a defender on her back. Feeds it forward looking for Wood. Wood wasn't moving. I think she thought that Westerman might be going to goal on that. Was looking for a rebound or for a spilled ball in any event. Maddie Oliva and her defense will put the ball in play with a goal kick. As I mentioned, the Wildcats last night against Spring Lake Park, 1-0 winners. They were 3-1 winners against St. Michael Albertville on Saturday. St. Michael Albertville went to state last year out of their section, so a quality win for the Wildcats. And frankly, a dominating win, as St. Michael Albertville really did not have, other than the penalty, did not have a real shot on goal. As Wood takes that ball and spins around. Look at her create space. Nicely done. Westerman's breaking to the middle. This might have an opportunity. Here's Yin, who's not going to be able to quite get there. Unlucky that time, as Wood had created and Westerman was breaking, but it was batted away. Wood with it again. Feeds Westerman. Westerman between the feet, but nice defense that time. Nice defense by Stender that time. That's the 8th grader, as I said before, looking the part of the varsity soccer player. Burke with it. She's got a big leg. Is she going to have a chance to open up and shoot? Not yet. Enning. Enning's going to go to goal. Enning's going to push this high, and she's going to put it just over the top. So the 6th shot, only 3 shots on goal for the Wildcats. No shots on goal yet for the Jags. And a whole raft of green players warming up. We might be seeing a substantial number of substitutes here coming up with the Wildcats. As a handball violation, the first foul of the game against the Jags.
Foul called on the Jaguars. Free kick for the Wildcats.
A little bit comical. Now this is a spot that Evie Burke had scored from. Approximately that had scored from about 30 yards out. Let's see if she puts this one on net. No, she doesn't. She goes short to Enning. Enning wins it, but then she's dispossessed. She was double teamed there. Cameron's going to come in. This ball is going to find its way back for Hendrickson. Gets a foot to it, but definitely not the way the Wildcats would have liked to have seen that break. Ball comes forward for Triplett. And into touch. Boron outside, finds Westerman inside. Westerman, and we have a foul throw. Against Francesca Boron. Unlucky there. I didn't see any infraction up here, but referee Julio Castillo has the best view of things. Cameron. Enning. Uses the outside of her foot, but Burke was not able to come up with that pass as it was intercepted. Enning's going to have to get this one back again. She does. Cameron will be able to bring this forward. Oh, Yin absolutely got her pocket picked. Nice defense that time by the Jags. It was Steege who stepped in front of it, but then she gives it away. Cats have got to come to the ball. They're not going to be able to wait on balls. The Jags are showing some good defensive acumen. Now Yin with it. Yin dispossessed by the defense. Enning with it. Enning pitches that forward. Finds its way to the back door. And we're going to have a whole raft of substitutes. We'll do the best. We'll probably won't even call them as they come in. We'll probably just reset your lineup for you after they're done. But let's see if the Jaguars are able to threaten Maddie Weissel in the back line. So far, no. It falls for Enning. Now for Cameron. Cameron for Westerman. Westerman gets a nice touch to it. Feeds it forward for Triplett. Doesn't come off, but Triplett manages to knock that down. Francesca Boron breaking, but she turns around and goes back to Enning. Ball pops over the top, looking for Westerman, knocks it down. Nicely done. Wood almost feeds it through to her. So looking for a teammate, finds Hendrickson on the back line. Westerman again getting the ball at her feet, turns, lays off for Enning. Westerman. And that ball gets sent all the way over for Boron, and it goes into touch, and we will have a substantial substitution. It is, as I said, I think maybe 9 players coming in, might be 10. It's like Burke might be the only one staying on the pitch.
Number 13 in for the Jaguars. And 8 substitutions for the Eagan Wildcats. Into the game now, Kaylee Valaga, number 19. McKenna Willie, number 8. Paige Werner, number 13. Sophia Sutherland, number 10. Tegan Tesdall, number 18. Chloe Stokes, number 22. Number 17, Julianne Miller, and number 15, Emerson Statman. They are all in for the Wildcats. 8 substitutions.
So 8 substitutions for the Wildcats. Including Julianne Miller getting her first taste of varsity action. This ball gets sent forward. And Emerson Statman giving chase there. So Statman and Willie up front, with Sophia Sutherland in the middle. And there is Julianne Miller making her varsity debut, back for Paige Werner, who finds Stokes. Now far side. Stokes has it again. And then on the far side, looks like we have Tegan Tesdall and Kaylee Valaga also back on the defensive side of things. Tesdall in the middle, Valaga far side. So Evie Burke and Francesca Boron, the only 2 staying on the pitch. And Statman dispossessed, goes the other way. Nice ball skills there by Lauren Alberts for the Jaguars. Miller comes away with it. Now she sends it forward. Werner, Burke. Burke was going to serve it towards Miller, but Miller had been going up the field instead of back towards the pass. And it comes back for Weissel. So no shots for the Jaguars, no shots on goal. 6 shots for the Wildcats. 3 of those have been on goal so far. But a relatively quiet offensive night so far for the Wildcats. As Miller puts this in down towards Stetman. And I think Stetman's going to concede the throw, and she is. Substitutions now for the Jaguars. So Coach Qasim Ilmi trying to get a little bit of a shakeup in his lineup. As 8 substitutions all joining the field all at once.
In the game, number 16, Ava Hill Jacobson. Number 4, Lena Ketchum. Back in is number 8, Olivia Alfred.
Header down that time by Miller. Warner lets that go for Burke. Nice job by Willie. Willie sends that forward, and just unlucky that time. It was a nice turn by McKenna Willie. It just didn't come off. Olivia puts her foot to that and finds its way down. The Wildcats, as I said, we talked a little bit about their last forays out last night and on Saturday. Their next game is actually at. Here's an opportunity for McKenna Willie. McKenna Willie into the penalty area. Left foot, good solid left foot, but Maddie Olivia, the keeper for the Jags, doing a nice job of taking away the angle, but good effort by McKenna Willie. So another shot on goal. So you get a feeling that if the Wildcats keep this up, it's only a matter of time until something starts to break down for the Jaguars. But In any event, looking forward, looking ahead, the Wildcats will be at Waconia on the 2nd of September. And then we'll open up conference play on the 4th of September against Lakeville North. That is a home game, and we'll be broadcasting that here on ETV Sports. Battle to the middle. Here's Julianne Miller. Sends that back over for Valaga. Valaga outside. Ball goes down the sideline. We'll see if someone's able to come up with that. Willie's going to give chase. She's game, but good team defense that time by the Jags. Boron to Warner. Warner is going to find Miller. Miller in an advanced position. She is going to try for the left foot. It's blocked. Opportunity for the Wildcats. That's, forgive me, that is Sutherland.
Taking number 10, Sophia Sutherland.
So another attempt partially blocked. Falls for Olivia. But again, 0 shots on goal for the Jags. They're not going to be able to remain competitive in the game against this quality offensive attack in green. As we've seen, at least as we've seen over the last 2 games, if they're not able to get some shots in something into the attacking third, Sutherland with it there, but she loses possession, cleaned up that time by Burke and a couple of other Wildcats. Stokes out for Miller. Miller knifes back to the inside. Now she finds Stokes again. And there's one risk with bringing all these players on all at the same time is sometimes it's not always clear who's doing what or who's directing traffic. Seems to be a little bit of that with the Eagan side all tonight. Good defense that time in the middle by Tegan Tesdall. Check out, that was Avery Hendrickson, number 12. No, Chloe Stokes, excuse me. Chloe Stokes, number 22. Opportunity here as Ketchup goes the other way for the Jaguars. Valaga steps through that. Ball comes to the middle, laid off by Burke. Valaga inside for Sutherland. Now a full switch of the field for Miller. Warner turns around and goes back the other direction. The Cats just don't seem to be completely on the same page with respect to who's going where. Lots of girls turning around, and instead of taking advantage of the grass, it seems like they're looking to dish to their teammates. Burke with a heavy challenge there. This ball finds its way to the Jaguars. Battle there for Kylie Valaga. Nicely done. She steps through that, feeds it forward. McKenna Willie. McKenna Willie goes to goal. That's off of Olivia's hands. And a shot on goal, and another corner, the third corner of the game. Nice job by McKenna Willie putting her foot to that.
This will be their third.
So we'll see how the Wildcats, with new players on the field closing in on 7.5 minutes to go. Boron in the corner.
On the kick, number 9, Francesca Boron.
Boron with her left foot comes in towards the back post. Burke not able to get onto that one. That one's going to find its way into touch, and unlucky for the Wildcats that they're not going to be able to make much of that. And for the Wildcats, number 2, Sammy Wood, coming back in to take the place of Francesca Boron. Checking back in is Arias and another player to be named later for the
Substitutions,
Jaguars.
both teams for the Wildcats. Back in the game is Sammy Wood, number 2, going out. Francesca Borean for the Jaguars. Into the game, Maya Gross-Kreutz, number 21.
Maya
Also
Gross-Kreutz, the other
back
player
in is
checking in.
Juliana Arias, number 17.
So we'll see if the Wildcats can create some sort of continuity and flow. The effort is not lacking. It's just the result seems to be a bit elusive. Oh, good step there by Sutherland. Nicely done. She gets it back on her foot, plays it forward. Nice quick decision making there. That ball gets fed forward. Wood's going to break her neck to get there. It's going to get to a defender first. Unlucky that time as Wood was making a good run. That was a good ball. Good step by Burke. Burke's going to have an opportunity. Is someone going to step on her? She feeds forward from Willie. Willie has an opportunity. She looks for Burke again on the overlapping run, and a heck of a save. That's a great save by Maddie Oliva. Maddie Oliva's body was moving to the left. She had to come back to the right, and it was a great run off the ball by Evie Burke. Evie Burke fed that ball in and then continued her run.
6 on the save was Maddie Oliva for the Jaguars.
And was in a great position. And Evie Burke will feel hard done by because she did everything she had to do to create a great scoring opportunity, and it just didn't come off. Warner feeds this for Stetman. Stetman lays off for Julianne Miller. Julianne Miller is going to have to stretch out and get to this ball. And she would have to be a gazelle on the plains of the Serengeti to get that one, as that one just drifted over the end line. Just a little too heavy on the turf, but a good run and a good effort. So Chloe Stokes, ball reflecting off of her thigh, hitting her outstretched arm. Everyone wondering if that's a handball. A referee, center referee, kind of smiling about that. It's going to be a throw, not a handball violation. Again, when a ball takes a deflection off a body part you're not expecting, it's pretty rare that you're going to get the handball violation as Stokes pitches that forward towards Stetman. Stetman to Werner. Werner goes back the other way. A little bit of a miscommunication there on the back line between Valaga and Tesdal. Tesdal cleans that up and sends it out. Valaga chops that one down. Let's see if somebody in a green jersey is able to get to it. Not yet. This ball gets pitched up and over the top. Stokes steps into this one, puts a head to it, gets a nice clearance that time with her head. Valaga in the corner. This comes for Stokes again. She pushes it forward. Valaga in the corner, Stokes in the middle. Stokes has that ball, sends it out towards the midfield, but it's captured there by the Jaguars. Oh, nice job there, and a foul. Yep, yeah, it's going to be a foul against the Wildcats, their third of the half. Evie Burke playing the entire half so far. She's been playing some really good soccer, but this is going to be an opportunity, perhaps maybe the first or second opportunity for the Jaguars to even be in this attacking third. A golden opportunity for a team that has still yet to register a shot or a shot on goal. Ball comes in flat, and Weissel, it was a shot on goal. Good shot, good pace, but Weissel quickly on top of it. Nicely done. And that one's going to hop over everyone and be headed away that time by Wood. Willie sends that back for Burke, who tries to switch to the other side. Miller's going to have to run that one down. I check it, that was not Miller, that was Werner. So Werner again. Opportunity here as Burke goes backwards. Valaga wasn't sure exactly where that ball was going to go. Again, just a little bit of communication challenge here for the girls. Big step by Stokes. Stokes feeds that for Sutherland. Sutherland, who had been hurt earlier this season. Nice tackle there by Stokes. That was a beautiful tackle. Strong and clean. Miller outside, inside, tries the cross. It's broken up. And the ball falls for Werner. And now Willie will come back and take that and send it for Valaga. Check it, that's Tesdall. Miller with it again. Miller chips that forward, and it's just going to be just a little too heavy. And we'll find Olivia. Coming into the last 90 seconds of this half, Wildcats certainly have not been dominant with respect to creating scoring chances. But when the other team does not have a shot, well, has only one shot on goal, you can feel good about the Wildcats' chances. For the Jefferson Jaguars, they've got to do something to create some more offensive pressure. Whether that's changing the formation or trying to connect a few more passes in the midfield, whatever it is, the Jags are going to have to come out in the second half and do something a little bit different, as one shot on goal is not going to get it done against these Wildcats. That ball gets played out into touch. Willie will have a chance here. Let's see if the Wildcats hurry. Ball gets hoisted into the middle. Willie's going to give chase. And that was because it was off a Jag player. The Jag player did not want that to go into touch over the end line. Wood with the throw there in the corner. Ball comes towards the middle. And the Wildcats will miss that opportunity. Stokes takes it away, though, lays off for Burke. And as I said, just not quite on the same page. But that's what halftime intervals are for, an opportunity for both teams to talk about. For the Wildcats, how do we connect more? How do we be on the same page? And for the Jefferson Jaguars, how do we create offensive pressure? Shots are wildly lopsided in favor of the Wildcats. But the only score that matters, the only numbers that really matter, is the scoreboard, and that is 0-0 at the half. So a half that saw some good shots by the Wildcats, a few good saves on the other end, but not a dominating performance. Perhaps having a little bit of fatigue from last night, a game last night. We'll see how the Wildcats come out here in the second half. We'll step aside for our halftime here from Wildcat Stadium. Score, Eagan 0, Jefferson 0. You're watching ETV Sports.
Going from a 12 to 1,500 square foot Rambler house to 10,000 square feet here in the new art house. I am excited to see people in this space.
We have a really wide variety of programs and classes here. We're very excited to be able to offer much more than we could before, which we're able to do now that the space is much larger and able to host more people.
I'm most excited to have a space for everybody in the community, whether a budding artist or an artist who has taken classes before and learning to hone their skills. This really just is a spot where we want the community to come, feel welcomed, and enjoy an art experience while they're here.
It only serves to make the community stronger to have these creative spaces, especially very dedicated ones like this. And I'm very excited to see more of the community come in and engage with this space and each other here.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
We were inspired to build a new indoor playground because the old one was getting over 20 years old and we just needed a new place for the community and families to be able to bring their kiddos. The new space is actually a multi-level space. It's taller than the last one was, and it's very big, has open areas inside the playground itself. So if a parent needed to go up there, it's suitable for that. And it's soft and cozy and bright inside. We do offer a special right now for the month of August and September. We're doing $5 Fridays, and that includes use of our gymnasium as well. Spaces such as the Blast Indoor Playground really do serve our community. It's a great meeting spot to be able to have an indoor safe place to get together and play.
Been a treat to see the interest in girls flag. It's the first year, you know, it's exciting that we had so much ask from the girls to, hey, can I come play? Absolutely. We have about 45 girls on our roster right now.
I found out about the league from my coach, Carl. He was our weightlifting coach, so he kind of inspired me as well to come out and play.
In the league, we have over 51 teams. They started last year with the pilot program with 4, now it's 51, so it kind of boomed over a year.
They actually made the schedule around other sports. I know a lot of people, they do softball or track, so getting to play sport with them means a lot to me.
Scheduling was a struggle. We're a club sport technically, so we practice at 7 o'clock at night so girls can go compete in their other sports.
A lot of the successes as a team is just higher game IQ. So some girls came in not knowing anything about football, and now they have plays memorized.
Going into today's game, I felt nervous because I knew some of my friends and my family members were coming. Then I just got on the field and tried to do my best.
The NFL's involvement with the league has been so great. Minnesota Vikings, it wouldn't have ever gotten started without them. They run all the behind the scene things.
I just want to thank my teammates for having a fun day. I know it wasn't super successful, but we're working hard.
I'm proud of how far we came from last game to this game at home. Even though we lost, I think overall as a team we played better.
Being a part of something brand new is tough, but I think the girls are getting a lot of teamwork and a lot of different skills that they can utilize in their other sports too.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I'm Mike McGuire. I'm an Eagan homeowner, and I also happen to be the mayor. We are installing a new roof today, and we decided to go with solar shingles to generate some solar energy for the house and offset some of our electricity costs.
Solar shingles are a photovoltaic technology that generate electricity. They function much like any rooftop solar panel that you may be familiar with. So they're super cool in that they generate electricity and they protect a home from the weather. So it's an awesome new technology that's available that offers a little bit more of an aesthetic appeal to homeowners that might not want a bulky solar panel on their roof.
So this is the Timberline solar shingle. This is the part of the shingle that gets nailed onto your roof. Just like a normal shingle would be attached, there's a nailing strip here and there's a sealant strip on the bottom of it. And then this part of the shingle produces electricity from solar. The nice thing with this is it decreases the amount of laborers that you have to have on your property when you're looking at getting a roof and solar at the same time. The roofing crew does the shingles and the roofing crew does the install of the solar shingles.
My understanding from our contractor is when they went into the city to get the permits, it was the first solar shingle installation that Eagan has seen, so we put the inspections department through their paces, and got all the permits done. So we're here at the exciting conclusion, installing our new solar shingled roof today.
Having solar shingles in Eagan is super exciting. This marks a really awesome milestone in our local climate work in the city, and it shows that our community and homeowners here are excited about renewable energy technology.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
And getting ready here for the second half action between the Jaguars and the Wildcats. Thank you for joining us for the second half. The last 40 minutes of high school soccer we'll have for you this evening here on ETV Sports. Wildcats and Jags battle to a 0-0 halftime result. We'll see if the end result is the same way, although I have to say that would be a real disappointment for the Wildcats, as they have had a number of shots on goal, just haven't been able to be connected in the attacking third. We'll see what the Wildcats have dialed up. They'll be moving from right to left on your computer screen, your television screen. And we are underway as Burke hammers that down into the far end. Let's see if Wood's able to get on the other end of that one. Wood quickly in for Westerman. So it looks like the Wildcats have gone with their starting lineup. Burke with a left foot, nicely done. It's off of Stender, and that will be an early corner opportunity for the Wildcats as night falls here in Eagan and time starts to tick down. Wildcats need to dial up some offensive results, and the Jags needed to dial up some offensive pressure. Let's see what adjustments were made by both teams at the halftime interval. Boron with a left foot in towards side netting. Was towards the near post, and unfortunately for Francesca, Boron hit the side netting. As we've said, the Wildcats have had the Jags number in the last couple of seasons at the varsity girls level. But right now, Jags doing a nice job of keeping the Wildcats out of the back of the net. It remains to be seen how much longer they can do that without generating enough or much offensive pressure going the other way. A young team certainly for the Jaguars. As I said, they have 2 freshmen and an 8th grader in their starting lineup. Inning, her ball intercepted that time by the Jags. This is Tracy. Good defensive presence that time by Burke. Triplett comes back, plays that for Burke, who lays that off now for Severson. Good 1-2 combination there between Boron and Triplett. This ball stays in. Boron sends that towards the middle. It's broken up there in the middle by Stender. Big heave finds Westerman. Westerman with a right foot. Westerman with a shot. And confidently claimed that time by Oliva. Good shot there of Maddie Oliva, doing a nice job of keeping the Wildcats off the scoreboard. Yin, that ball gets turned over to the other side. And now Wildcats will break the other direction. Good step there by Burke. Good aggressive step. Westerman feeds Wood to the outside. Wood takes a touch. Wood drives down, serves it in earlier. It was partially broken up by the defense and punched into touch. But in contrast to what Wood had done a couple of times, she did not go all the way to the end line. This time she served it in early, and that's a nice variety for the Wildcats as Cameron looks for Westerman. That ball finds its way to the back, but this is Wood. Punches it up towards Boron, knocked down. Opportunity for Triplett, and it took that ball took a deflection. Center referee Julio Castillo not interested in that handball shout. And I don't blame him. That would have been a fairly soft penalty to concede. Cameron punches this back in. Header doesn't get away. Opportunity here for Boron. She's going to have the ability to send this back. Oh, and Triplett stepped through with her right foot, but slid it wide. So a shot not on goal. But the Wildcat offensive challenges do continue. Ketchum puts her foot to this, gets it out towards the center. Big step here, opportunity for Severson, attacking down the left side. Ball misses. Boron goes over to Burke. Burke now with Enning. Enning punches that forward. Wood takes one touch. Has an opportunity there to go by a defender who had fallen, but ball gets punched away. Opportunity for Yin, who heads that on towards goal.
Goal kick, Jefferson.
So another goal kick for the Jaguars.
Header for the Wildcats. That was Ariella Yin, number 4.
Ariella Yin with the header from her center midfield position. Let's see if the Jags can create some offensive pressure at this point. They've got to get control of the ball. It's fed forward but deflected that time by the Cats. Good step that time by Severson, puts that into touch. So 4 shots, 1 shot on goal here so far in the second half for the Cats. 0s on the board for the Jaguars. Westerman was going to the left. Boron's pass went to the right. Eagan Eagan needs to move a little bit off the ball, and that was a good idea. It just didn't come off as Burke served that forward. Needs to be a little more movement off the ball. And notice the girls in green standing a little bit. There's Triplett, who punches this towards goal, and it gets over the top of the goalie.
Shot number 11, still a Triplett. The shot is wide. Goal kick, Jefferson.
Shot goes wide, but again, when you're just trying to do something to create some scoring opportunities, any shot probably, as long as it's close, has an opportunity to be productive. Good header that time by Burke. Triplett tries to step into that, gets a touch to it, goes by one defender. That defender then recovers. I think that's Stender. She's been all over the pitch tonight. Ball gets laid off for Hendrickson. Hendrickson with a lot of extra company. And Severson punches that forward. This comes for Westerman. Westerman lays off for Enning, but it's intercepted. The ball's not quite falling, and pass is not quite going where the Wildcats really want them to. Good cleanup there by Cameron. This goes forward towards Westerman. Westerman with a big left foot, looks for Triplett. Triplett with good pressure. Now Boron, left foot. And Triplett hammers that through. It's a shot. It's not on goal. But again, Wildcats in the attacking third really just missing that cutting edge, missing that finishing edge that would give them an opportunity to steer one into the back of the net. Wood controls, sends it back for Cameron. Cameron pitches that forward but can't find a green jersey. Triplett coming back. Lays off for Boron. Boron dispossessed. Enning. Enning spotted the run of Wood but wasn't able to squeeze it through, and now the Jags have the ball in the midfield. Now they send it to the other end, but good defense that time by Cameron. Jags really not having a chance to do much and set up shop in the attacking third. Although as I say that now, Cameron concedes a deep throw-in. So the Jags will have the ball in the attacking third with an opportunity to create some pressure on the back line. The ball comes in towards Lawler. That's a good shot, a good turn. Opportunity here for the Jags. Another attempted shot. Good defense by Severson. Burke says enough of this and hammers it out into touch. Westerman's going to give chase. Is Westerman going to be able to get on the end of this? She has an opportunity, but that time it was number 15 for the Jags, Stender. Again, we've called her name so many times as an 8th grader. Very impressive at this level. Battle in the middle and a foul there again. Girls team.
Free kick for the Jaguars.
Last year we were treated to a number of headers from her. She does a great job of going up in the air to get the ball. And this year we've seen some free kicks that have, one of which notably went into the back of the net from about 25 yards out, 35 yards out I should say. Westerman. And a foul against the Jags. This one coming from approximately the football 30-yard line. So we'll see if Burke goes to goal or if she tries to float this in.
Will be Evie Burke, number 6.
So a foul on the Jaguars, so an opportunity for a free kick. Set piece play for the Wildcats. Burke will stand over it with her right foot. See if she drops it in or if she goes to goal. She's going to try to drop it in back post. Yin tries to get ahead to it. Does momentarily, and Wood unlucky that time as Wood was pressuring and the clearance was deflected behind for a goal kick. Ball comes through. Hendrickson knocks that down. Trachy with an opportunity. Ball comes back to the inside. Good team defense that time by the Cats. Triplett gets this down, and Triplett's going to have a push. That's going to be an easy foul for the center referee to call. And extended arm.
Foul on the Wildcats.
And you see Stella Triplett there. She's not complaining. She knows exactly what she did. So a set piece opportunity now for the Jaguars. Coming from well out. Ketchum will stand over this. See if she's able to float this down towards the edge of the penalty area. And it's deeper than the penalty area. And Weissel doing a nice job of getting her hands to that. Keeping it to herself. Qualifies as a shot. It qualifies as a shot on goal. The second shot on goal for the Jaguars in this match. Not particularly dangerous, but certainly something that had to be parried away. Yin, Boron. Boron bringing it forward, has Triplett out to her left. Westerman inside. That ball gets played to the outside by the defense, and Stella Triplett will lay that off there for Severson, who goes in looking for Westerman. Good turn by Westerman. Opportunity. Oh, and it just got away from her, but it falls for Triplett. Triplett, she has an opportunity, goes right foot. It's blocked by the defense. That's the second time Triplett's been denied by smart defense on the back line. Severson with an opportunity. She's going to try to go through. There's a foul on Stella Triplett, and honestly, you look at Triplett, she's kind of wondering how that happened, and honestly, I have to agree with her. I don't know that there was much there. I think Stella Triplett feeling a bit hard done by. I think the referee telling her, look, it was a little bit from behind, and that's what I didn't like about it. But we've certainly seen harder fouls not called. Big step from the outside by Wood, who feeds that for Yin. Yin. Boron. Boron left foot. Nicely done that time. Good block down, but Boron in the corner. And good defense down there in the corner by Natalia Chamorro. And that ball goes behind for a corner. So the fifth corner opportunity for the Wildcats. Wood will take this one. So fifth corner opportunity for the Wildcats. Let's see if Sammy Wood's able to drop this in.
On the kick will be Sammy Wood, number 2.
Ball comes into the near post. It's away. And another corner. So back-to-back corners for the Wildcats. Wood will try again.
Wildcats, their 6th again on the kick. Sammy Wood, number 2.
Ball comes in towards the middle. Headed down, set towards goal. Olivia gets a hand to it. It's claimed by Severson. Wood puts it back into the mixer, falls for Yin, and Yin hammers that over the top. So nice sequence there for the Wildcats. Potential opportunity to create some offense, but that time the chance goes begging. As the ball fell and was jumbled around in the mixer, Wildcats not able to stab that home. Yin with an opportunity. It just squeezed over the top of the bar. Evie Burke wins that one. Falls for Triplett. Triplett. Enning. Oh, Westerman tried a one-touch to Yin, but it didn't quite work. And now the Jags will break going the other way. Burke claims that one, cleans it up and sends it out. Nicely done. Evie Burke having a good game for the Wildcats. Lawler with the throw in far side. And that ball comes all the way to the back end. Weissel will claim. So again, two shots on goal for the Jaguars. Shots really lopsided in favor of the Wildcats, but not able to break through on the scoreboard. Jaguars will break the other direction. Ball gets slid through. Good defense there by Severson. She was tracking that one the whole way. Now for Triplett. Triplett on a break for the Wildcats. Feeds to the middle. This is Enning. Enning in the middle. Pinches that over the top. Wood's going to run onto it. Sammy Wood's going to get to that in the corner. She has it in the corner. She's towards the end line. She crosses back to the middle. Unfortunately for Sammy Wood, that was deflected, and she's not going to be able to get that to one of her teammates. Let's see, we've got a substitution here for the Wildcats as
substitution now for the Wildcats.
Paige Werner will check in.
Number 13, Paige Werner.
For Aurelia Yin.
Off will be Ariella Yin, number 4.
Ariella Yin, excuse me. Ball gets pitched over the top. Let's see Warner into the action right away. Opportunity there. Burke steps through a couple of defenders. Burke has this on her right foot. Burke goes to goal, and Burke scores! Out of nowhere! Out of nothing! Against the run of play, the Wildcats looked moribund, but Evie Burke cashes in for the Wildcats. 57th minute, Evie Burke gets the goal for the Wildcats. The captain showing the way for the girls in green. Burke having a whale of a game, and now she cashes in for the Wildcats with a good shot. They gave her space, and she made the Jaguars pay. And now it's a 1-0 game. Let's see if that goal inspires the Wildcats a little bit with some energy. And let's see how the Jaguars react as Hendrickson punches that forward. That's going to hop over everyone. Stella Triplett's going to give chase. That's off of a white player, and it's going to get into touch. So Wildcats have an opportunity. Boron goes to the middle. Looks for Warner. Check it, that was...
For the Eagan Wildcats, number 6, Evie Burke. The assist to number 14, Ashley Severson.
Severson with the assist.
57th minute. Time of the goal is 56 minutes, 32 seconds.
So 57th minute, a goal for Evie Burke. And when the Wildcats needed some magic, Evie Burke reached into her bag of tricks and got it done for the Wildcats. Burke punches that forward. Let's see if Triplett can get on her horse. She can. Somebody in white's going to try to get to that. Let's see if somebody in green can run it down. Triplett made a great effort to try to press that ball up, but unfortunately nobody in green was able to help her out. Westerman has it, plays it back for Cameron. Cameron outside. Now, Hendrickson. So really against the run of play with respect to that shot by Evie Burke. It wasn't that the Wildcats didn't have any offensive pressure, but none of the offensive pressure that they were mounting really looked like it was dangerous. And then out of nowhere, a confident little shot finds the back of the net, and it's 1-0 to the Wildcats. Oh, nice play in the middle of the park. Well done that time. Opportunity here for the Jaguars. Weissel is out, and she knocks that one down. Cool as you like. You look at her face, she's completely even-keeled about it. Nicely done.
Arias, number 17.
It was Arias' shot. Ketchum had beaten a couple of Wildcats in the middle of the park. Good ball by Severson down the line. Oh, well done. Boron by one defender. She's going to get to this ball in the corner. Actually, the defender will get to it first, I should say. And she'll lose it out of bounds, but good effort that time by Francesca Boron to create the offensive pressure.
McKenna Willie, number 8. Back into the game, going out. Anna Enning, number 5.
So Anna Enning will have a seat. McKenna Willie will check in.
Back in the game, number 16, Ava Hill Jacobson. Going off is number 12, Saniva LaBelle.
So we'll see where what this means from a formation standpoint. Triplet in, looks for Westerman. Westerman shoots. Oh, good shot by Westerman. It was a good pass by Triplet. A good shot by Westerman. Nicely done that time. Unlucky for Westerman that it happened to be close enough to Olivia that she was able to knock that one down. Oliva, excuse me. But a good pass and a good one-time touch by Westerman. Oh, Westerman couldn't field that one cleanly. Unlucky there. Again, as that one's going to find touch. And Severson will put it back into play as soon as the substitute comes in. So
the Wildcats, a substitution. Chloe Stokes, number 22, back in the game. Going off is number 9, Francesca Borion.
Boron will check out. Stokes will check in. Now, what I don't know is whether that portends to a formation change, as Hendrickson and Stokes look to be the center backs with Severson and Cameron outside. So it's not a like-for-like switch. Looks like Coach Qasim Ilmi is changing the formation to have 4 at the back. Some additional defensive cover. Severson's pass intercepted. Well done there by Willie. Breaking up that offensive rush. Jags still in this game, only a 1-goal deficit at this point, despite how many shots on goal the Wildcats have had. Stokes doing a nice job there corralling that one. Let's see if the Wildcats can create some more offense. Warner with a nice run. She's going to battle again. Now Westerman comes out with it. Westerman slams on the brakes, nicely done. She sends that forward, but it's left short of Wood. So can the Wildcats get another goal, maybe put a cushion between them and the Jaguars, or are the Jaguars, despite being outshot by a very lopsided number? Scoreboard says 19-3. My statistics are slightly different, but that's about the scale of the offensive lopsidedness, as a foul here against the Jaguars will result in a free kick for the Wildcats. Can the Jaguars dial up some magic? They are only down by a goal. It only takes one. It takes one shot, one miscue at the back, one opportunity. Burke will put her foot to this, sends this in towards the edge of the penalty area. Triplet puts a foot up in the air, tries to knock it down. And that time, Willie unable to steer that one on frame, and a goal kick.
Last shot for the Wildcats. Willie, number 8.
And Sophia Sutherland checking in. So this is, if my memory is correct, I think this is Sutherland's first varsity game this season. She has been battling injury. And so she is back and gives the Wildcats another senior in the midfield. Severson serves this down the touch line. And Westerman's ball behind Triplet, or Sutherland, excuse me. Severson by a defender. Severson by 2 defenders. Severson by 3 defenders. She's attacking into the penalty area. Opportunity for Westerman. That goes begging, but a nice run by Ashley Severson. That was impressive. And Willie unable to get that one, but she earns the throw. But Ashley Severson, you see there, number 14. We'll have substitutions for the Wildcats. But Severson by 3 defenders really created some excitement. And she will be withdrawn for Kylie Valaga. You see Valaga there, number 19, taking the outside left back position for the Wildcats.
Going off was number 16, Jillian Cameron.
She heaves that to the middle. Westerman will battle there. Valaga's ball intercepted, and the Jags going the other direction. That ball stays in. Stokes is back for it. Stokes also a hockey player for the girls high school hockey team here at Eagan. Ball gets switched to the far side. That's Severson. So Severson's been switched to that far side. She's still on the pitch. I thought she maybe was being withdrawn. In fact, she was just switching sides as Cameron was withdrawn. Again, inside 15 minutes here to go in the second half. Some drama perhaps building at Wildcat Stadium. A one-goal game between these two sides. Jags not looking very dangerous, but as we said before, it doesn't take much to create an opportunity. Westerman gets it on her foot. She's going to feed that forward for Wood. Wood outside, stretching those legs. Now she attacks the penalty area. Opportunity for Wood. Serves it across. Found Sutherland. Sutherland off her left foot, and she could not steer that on goal. You could see Wood's eyes up looking for her teammate. Sutherland did a nice job of floating into that open space just between the goal area, the small box, and the big area, the penalty box. Doing a nice job, but unfortunately just didn't get the connection she was looking for. Ball falls for Evie Burke, the do-everything captain for the Wildcats. Werner. Back for Severson. Sutherland. Burke. Valaga. Opportunity for Burke. Burke serves up Werner. Werner serves this outside for Wood. Wood attacking to the outside. Switches in and tries to get the left foot in, but it doesn't quite come off. And now another throw in from the far side. So as we tick down inside 13 minutes to go here in this match, Jaguars not looking like they're mounting much in terms of offensive pressure, but the Wildcats unable so far to extend this lead and really put this game to bed. Burke with a shot from distance. That's going to roll in on Oliva. Excuse me. So good shot, good save. Nice one touch. Like it when the players come running onto the ball or able to hit it square and firm the first time they touch the ball. Doesn't give the defense the chance to react. Valga's ball intercepted. And now Severson punches that forward. It's intercepted. Oh, here's the opportunity for the Jags, but it's cleaned up by Stokes. Sutherland, Burke. Willie on the near side. Willie knocks that down. Now Valga with it. Valga hoofs that forward, finds Westerman. Werner sends that over to the far side. Westerman tried to play it Wood on, but it was deflected out, and we will have some more substitutions.
Substitutions, both teams. 3 for the Wildcats. Back in the game, Emerson
So Miller,
number 15.
Tesdall, and
Julianne Miller, number 17.
Stetman will check in for the Wildcats.
Tesdall, number 18, all back in for the Wildcats. 2 substitutions for the Jaguars. Ayla Sandbo, number 20. And Lauren Tracy, number 7.
Tracy and Sandbo checking back in for the Jaguars. Imagine the Jaguars might throw caution to the wind, maybe send a couple of extra players far forward. And a corner? Corner, yes. Corner on the far side. Was wondering exactly what was going on, but Stetman did a nice job of shielding that ball off to earn the corner. So a corner opportunity. The fourth corner of the half, 7th of the game for the Wildcats. Let's see if the Wildcats can dial up something. This is McKenna Willie and her right foot. Let's see what she's got up her sleeve. She punches us in towards the near post. It lands near the penalty spot, and the Jags will break. Though Valaga knocks that one down and sends it over for Stokes. Stokes looking for Miller. Miller battling there, lays off for Stokes. Stokes now attacking the outside. Stokes outside looking for Wood. Wood inside and over the end line. Unlucky for Sammy Wood. She ran out of real estate as McKenna Willie was crashing the middle.
Goal kick, Jefferson. Substitution for the Jaguars. Olivia Alfred, number 8, returns. Going off Lauren Albert.
Into the last 10 minutes of this match. Drama building. Again, Jaguars just one free kick away, one mistake away from tying this game. Burke outside, goes back inside from Willie. Willie has an opportunity. Shoulder challenge there. Fair contact. Burke sends that to the middle. Opportunity for Werner in the middle. Check it, it's Stetman in the middle. And I think we have another corner. So the 5th corner of the half. 7th of the game.
For the Wildcats.
For the Wildcats. 8th of the game. Check it. Everybody setting up on the back post. Now they come to the middle. It's in towards the back post. Stetman had it high in the air. It's still on the ground. Opportunity for the Wildcats. Somebody has to scramble it around, and finally it goes behind the goal. Unlucky for the Wildcats. Nice job as the Wildcats were able to knock that down and create a potential scoring opportunity, but it just didn't come off for them. And the Jaguars live to keep this a 1-goal game. Battle there for Willie. Willie with good physical battle. Nice, good tackle. She's going to get wrapped around. And a little extra shove in the back for her trouble. That was Arias taking exception to Willie's physical play. Wildcats on the far side. Now they come to the middle. This is Miller. Miller sends this all the way over looking for Valaga. Valaga, one touch back for Burke. Some good one-touch passing there. It gets sent forward by Willie, but it's intercepted. Burke with a good step. Willie sends that in looking for one of her teammates in the front. That's Stetman. Stetman back to the goal. Finds a teammate, sends it in. Nicely done, but it's intercepted that time as Willie was trying to go back to the middle. Sutherland lays off for Werner. Werner hits the Jets and goes by one defender. She's got an opportunity. She's got an opportunity, and she's got a defender on top of her. Nicely done. Good tackle that time by the Jags. And Werner will have it again. She sends it across. I think she was looking for somebody who was on the sideline as a substitute. But Werner splitting the difference between two teammates. Unfortunately, that one goes into touch.
For the Wildcats, back in the game, Francesca Boran, number 9.
And Boran checking back in, and Yin checking back in for the Wildcats.
For the Jaguars, returning Ruby Steggy, number 18.
Steggy coming back in for the Jaguars. Miller battling on the far side along with Yin. Burke gets to that, hammers that into touch. Almost takes out Coach Q. Throw in on the far side. That will be heaved down. Won that time by Miller. Falls for Yin. Now Burke. Oh, big touch there. Let Stokes down a little bit, but now here's an opportunity for the defense to clean this up. And they do. Nicely done. Working together. Got it to Burke. Now Sutherland. Sutherland. And a good clearance that time by Stokes. I'm a little confused. I thought there was maybe a handball violation. Referee might have been playing advantage, but then the Wildcats committed what I thought looked like a foul, but the referee kept his whistle at his side. And that's not going to be kept at his side. That's a clear foul against the Wildcats. So free kick for the Jaguars in their own half. And now it is crunch time. If the Jaguars are going to mount anything in terms of offensive pressure in the attacking third, they've got to get control of this ball in the attacking third and create an opportunity for themselves. Good defense so far by the Wildcats. Let's see if the Jags can create something. And the answer appears to be at the moment no. Good block by Evie Burke. She has had a heck of a game. Ball comes in towards the middle. Stokes there on the defense. Here's an opportunity for the Jags. That ball gets slid in. Opportunity for, could not see who that number is. I think that was number 12. That was Lavelli. She had the defense all turned around, but the defense then was able to
Pressure
recover.
there for Jefferson by
Nicely
Sabina
done.
Bell, number 12.
But the Wildcats not out of danger yet. Here come the Jags. It slid through, nicely done. That gets pitched away momentarily. Yin with it, she can't control it. Jags get it back. Stender with it again. She sends it over for one of her teammates. Teammate can't get a shot off. Good block there by Burke. Burke selling out, nicely done. This falls for Stetman. Stetman is 1v5. Plays it forward for her teammate on the outside. I believe that is Miller. And that is Miller on the far side. So the Wildcats looking just a bit ragged. Hoping to clean this up. And the Jaguars smelling a little bit of a chance to climb back into this game and do a smash and grab, get a tie out of this game, even though they've only had 2 shots on goal all game.
Goal kick Wildcats.
So goal kick Wildcats. Imagine the girls in green will take a few moments over this ball, and nothing requires or compels them to run to the ball to try to take it as quickly as possible. Hendrickson will stand over this. Comes in flat. Comes back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson now puts a bigger foot on it. It's deflected by Stender in the middle. It goes popping up high in the air. This falls for Yin. Yin right back outside. Miller wants somebody to make a run, but instead it goes back to Burke. Burke pops that in the air. Stetman with a little bit of pressure. Boron on some pressure on the near side. Here's Valaga outside. Sutherland back for Burke. That's turned over, but it falls kindly for Evie Burke. Burke unable to get by there, and that's going to be a foul. And a foul on Burke, so this might be the last gasp inside 3 minutes here for the Jaguars. A free kick from about 50 yards out. No question this ball can find its way down into the penalty area. The question then does become, what can the Jags do with it once it lands? So a beautiful ball floating in towards Weissel. There's a lot of traffic, no question about that, but Maddie Weissel patiently waits for it, then comes off her line at the right moment, snags that, and takes the sting out of the Jaguar attack. This one finds its way to the midfield. I'd like to see the Wildcats just put this ball down deep in the other end. Boron off her chest, turns, controls that ball momentarily. Now she continues to maintain control. Burke unloads that quickly. Now goes back to Stokes. Stokes outside, Miller on the outside. Miller again feeds that forward. Stetman's going to make a run for it, but it's deflected. And Miller is going to watch the Jags take possession on the far side. Inside, just about 90 seconds to go, is Stetman with the deep pressure. So one more rush perhaps up the pitch for the Jaguars. A good feed to the outside, but that ball goes behind the Jag player. And a foul, so this certainly must be the best opportunity that the Jags have had.
Free kick, Jaguars upcoming.
And that was number 12, Lavelli, drawing the foul. It was a push from behind, no question that it was a foul for everybody in the stands. Everybody in the park knew that that was going to be a foul. Here's an opportunity for the Jags. It's served in, and can it be cleared by the girls in green? It is momentarily. Not out of danger yet. It's sent back in, and Weissel will claim this one. So the Wildcats, with under 40 seconds to go now, simply need to get the ball down to the other end of the pitch to guarantee themselves a win and a 4-game streak without a loss to start this season. Wildcats showing a little bit of tired legs in the first half. making a real effort here in the second half to create some offense, and doing so. Evie Burke playing some great soccer, putting the team on her back and be able to create some offense. And as the last few seconds tick off, the ball won't even be able to be put back in play, and that will wrap it up here from Wildcats Stadium. So player of the match, no question about it at this point, despite the fact that the defense and Maddie Weissel pitched another clean sheet. I think Evie Burke certainly would claim player of the match, given her contributions on the pitch, playing every minute of this game, all 80 minutes, and scoring the only goal for both teams in the 57th minute off a beautiful pass from Ashley Severson. So, for my award-winning ETV crew, executive producer Josh Sibley, director Tim Shinyan, cameraman Max Hellemuller, and Nick Mudd, I'm Nathan Cron. Thanks for joining us here on ETV. Final score from Eagan. Eagan 1, Bloomington Jefferson 0. Good night, everybody.